Good morning. So today I'm on the beautiful island of Anglesey in North Wales to visit yet another island by way of a causeway. I'm here to visit the little church in the sea, Cwyfans Church. Enjoy. So good morning. Today I'm parked in the middle of a field, and this field is actually a car park. It's called Fisherman's Car Park. It's on the island of Anglesey. And it's just after 6 in the morning, and the reason for that is because where we're going to is an island off this island, and you can only reach it at low tide, and today's low tide was 5 a.m. so I'm thinking if we get here, well, it's probably going to be near the 7 by the time we get to the island, but there's a 6-hour window normally. You see the Welsh Mountain of Snowdonia there. So yeah, we basically got a 2-hour window to get on and off the island. I'll give you some more info when we actually get down there, actually. But the sun's literally only just about to come up. So basically you come down and you park. There's a sign there for the Fisherman's Car Park. Sorry if it's a bit shaky, it's pretty cold actually. And then just back down this lane where you came in, there's a gated walkway that'll take you down to the beach. That's my plan anyway. I'm hoping that it's not too windy to get the drone up, because the wind is picking up a bit. Because it'd be a shame to come all this way and not get the drone up, if I'm being honest. But we'll see. Yeah, I think this is our turn here. Yeah, so you can see I'm parked just up on the hill there, and it is free, which is a good thing. Okay, so the first observations are that this path is all downhill, which is great for going there. But of course it means coming back, it's all uphill. But we'll see. I'm just hoping I've timed these tide times right. To be honest with you, there should have been a window this morning. A couple of hours of broken sunshine, but I don't think we're going to get it somehow. Because on the way up here it was drizzle all the way pretty much. So I don't know if you can see there, rabbits are just running off. And you come along on your right hand side behind this fence, there's actually a racetrack. And you come right down the side of it. Obviously there's no racing at this time of the day. It's still, I think it's about 6:30 in the morning. But yeah. So I'll give you a bit of history now, but I'll probably put a voiceover on if I can get the drone up, because I've left all my notes in the car. So we're going to St Cwyfans Church, and it's a 12th century church, and it was originally on a peninsula between two bays, and over time the peninsula was eroded, so it became an island. And it's a tidal island that's only accessible at low tide, twice a day I think it is, normally early morning and then late afternoon. And so it's believed there's been a church on that site since the 7th century, but the church itself, St Cwyfans, is dedicated to St Kevin. Even sounds like Cwyfan, Kevin, yeah. And St Kevin was from County Wicklow in Ireland. And I believe on a sunny day, or a clear day, you can actually see the mountains of Wicklow from where we're going, but I don't think today's that day. We can see the clouds in front of us. Just about to see Snowdonia. Sorry, distracted. Yeah, so St Kevin, he began a monastery in County Wicklow, and then became a bit of a hermit, a bit of a recluse. And so the church itself, this one dates back to the 12th century, although by the 19th century it had fallen into decay and the roof had gone, so it was restored and a wall was built around it to protect it, to stop it eroding, because the graves had started falling into the sea basically, so something had to be done. So at that point a new roof was put on and it was restored. Although a lot of the 12th century church still stands, mainly the south wall, which we'll take a look at when we get over there. It's no longer a practicing church because it became, obviously with the tides, pretty much impossible to hold services there on a regular basis. So the church was moved initially inland to a house that was consecrated, and that was used while they couldn't get to this church, but then eventually another church was built inland. And this church today is still open in a way you can book it, and mainly for weddings, christenings and things like that. So you can book it, and apparently you can book it to visit, but I've tried emailing and there was a phone number that got me nowhere, but I've emailed several times. I've just noticed as well, sorry, when I'm looking the way back, I've just walked past what looks like a World War II pillbox there. So this looks like a World War II pillbox, or what's left of it. And it must have been in case the Germans tried to land on that headland there to protect the land. Presuming that's what it is anyway. Certainly looks like. Not a lot left, as I say. So we're literally only 20 minutes down that lane, if that. And hopefully in front of us you can see our destination. St Cwyfans Church, and it does look like I've timed it well. So just a normal bit of advice, you're going to need walking boots. I mean, look at it underfoot, it's rocky, potentially slippy, but yeah, so sensible. What's the tide time first of all? I say so. Today's low tide was 5 a.m. I'm here now and it's probably near 7. So that's 2 hours in. And as you can see, it's ideal. Whoops, nearly went. It's ideal to walk across this time. That's 2 hours after low tide. That should give us a good hour at least on the actual island. Just listen to the birds here. Wonderful. I think the birds are enjoying the tide coming in, don't you? Right, we'll make our way up to the church now. So obviously under high tide this will all be underwater, so you ain't getting back if you miss timing, and if you come the wrong time you ain't getting there. So there's plenty of websites you can check the tide times, but I say at this time of the year, which is just at the start of April, it's early morning, that's like 5-6 a.m. low tide. Back up to high tide by 11-12, and then in the evening you've got another low tide at about 5-6 p.m. So yeah, you could possibly come for sunrise or sunset before today. There's no real sunrise because it was too cloudy, but it ain't raining, so I'm not complaining. And you can also see the way this was a headland of sorts. You can see the bay to the left, church in the middle, and a bay to the right. And you can see that tide's already starting to come in. So once again, this morning, it's just me and the seagulls, which we like. So this is the wall, which was built, and I think it was 1839, as I say, my notes in the car, but it'll be on the voiceover, so. Just need to keep an eye on that side. Yeah, so this was built in 1839 by a local. It was Harold, yeah, it'll be in the notes. To protect the wall because the graves were slipping into the actual sea. And here we go. So this south wall here, that is definitely original. And I think I'm right in saying that there once was a nave attached, which I think it was demolished to stop it falling into the sea. I think it was on the north side, which would have been the other side, but from what I can see, possibly on this side. Don't know though. Unfortunately, we're not getting in today, it's padlocked. But yeah, I think at one point, and it is still whitish now, it was lime washed, whitewashed, and I think the locals took offence to it. But I don't know if you can see in, obviously it's very dirty. Also pretty dark, we're not going to get in there. You know, it just never ceases to amaze me. Just why? Why would you come up here and break a window? I'm hoping a bird's done it, do you know? And there's a couple of more gravestones, well, 3 or 4 this way. Again, you can't really read what's on them. You see anything? I can't even pick a date up, to be fair. But yeah, I think most of them fell into the sea. There's only probably 6 left. Might get a date on this one actually. Memory of Frank Morley. I'm sure I read the story, I don't know whether this guy, he was 21 and he died trying to rescue some goods from a sinking ship, I think. I could be completely wrong, of course. But yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll get the drone up. St Cwyfans Church, known locally as the Little Church in the Sea, dates back to the 12th century and is Grade 2 listed. It's dedicated to St Kevin, who lived in the 5th century. He was from Wicklow in Ireland, and that's where he founded a monastery. His feast day is June the 3rd. The church is located on the Caribou Island and is only accessible at low tide. In the 19th century, the church fell into disrepair, and the tides began to wash away graves from around the church. In 1893, a local called Harold Hughes constructed the protective seawall which we see today. The church no longer hosts masses, but is available to book for weddings and christenings, etc. Okay, so that's it for this morning from St Cwyfans Church. I hope I'm saying that right. On the island of Anglesey. Well, actually on the Isle of Caribou, off the Isle of Anglesey, I suppose. Yeah, so hope you liked the video. Short one today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. See you in the next one. Cheers.